This is Jim Emter, Van Ahn & Company, Alexandria, Minnesota, with your closing grain and livestock comments for January 6, 2016. Corn market today up a quarter to down a quarter. When you look at the bean market, up 7 to 8, and you look at the wheat market today, kind of choppy more or less for much of the day. Finished up here a couple cents pretty much across Minneapolis and Kansas City. Feeder cattle market today, very choppy. We've been anywhere from up 50 to down 50 here as we close the trading session for the day. The live cattle market, as you look to the details there, really to the tune of a little bit on the negative side, down just a quarter here as we speak at the moment. And when you look at the hog market, we saw a little support at times through the day, but there again, a choppy tone. So what are the key features as we look through the closes today in the corn market? Really just a lack of news to go anywhere. We're down at key support areas. Lows of 846 continue to hold. We'll see how we kind of progress in that January 12th report. The soybean market dealing with a little too much rain now in central and southern Brazil. That seemed to have caught the market's attention and caused a late day rally as the midday models push some of that heavier precip, 6 to 8 inches, down to the central and southern areas where it's really not a welcome thing right now. In the wheat market, just chopping along here as we work ahead. Really not a lot of El Nino story, and we find ourselves at the bottom end of that range as well. Is there hope for the grains to come back? In time, there may be. If USDA gives us a surprise out of the January 12th report, that may fuel a little bit of buying here, but in the near term, 2 months out, it's going to be a tough stretch for the grain markets in our opinion. We will try to build some premium back in during the February crop insurance time, but more of this range trade, lower end of trade, kind of looks to be the norm. Summer weather could provide some additional volatility, but choppy tone nonetheless. As we look at the feeder cattle market here today, live cattle, we've seen choice cutouts on the rise again, nearly $4 today. Cash indications are steady to $3 higher. Potential trade for this week. We'll watch that very closely, but we do feel these cutouts, and we do feel the cash cattle market getting towards the upper end of the range. We'd encourage producers to be marketing here over the next 2 weeks. And the hog market's found its way up towards that 62 mark, 61 nonetheless of what we've traded here. We'll watch slaughter pace ahead. We've talked about that being the key indicator here as we work ahead, but also getting in those summer months around that $80 mark as our key marketing targets. This has been Jim Emter, Van Ahn & Company, Alexandria, Minnesota. Trading in futures and options involves risk of loss and is not suitable for all producers. Past performance is not indicative of future results.